Okay, we are live.
All right, very good, thank you, Jamie. Okay, please stand.
Pledge allegiance, remain standing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are thankful for this special community, for the time we share together, and the bounty of our nation. We are thankful for the commitment of our people who volunteer their time and talents to make our community a better place to live, work, and raise a family. We know that we alone cannot meet the challenges or provide sufficient inspiration without community involvement and the dedication of all concerned to the greater good of this city and all who reside in it. We are thankful for the beauty, the time, and the place that is Frostburg. Amen.
I'll be seated.
Are you ready, Lane?
Roll call. Commissioner Nina Forsythe.
Here.
Commissioner Kevin Grove.
Here.
Commissioner Adam Ritchie.
Here.
Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Here.
And let the record note that Commissioner Carter is at an excused absence.
Okay, very good. All right, folks, as we always do, let's start with approval of the agenda. Any motion a second?
I move we approve the agenda.
Second.
Move a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And also approval of the minutes from our previous meetings.
I make a motion we approve the minutes.
Second.
Move a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Special presentations and requests, I do not believe we have anything this evening. The only thing we'd like to make note of, it's not on your paper in front of you, that next Monday on Main Street will be the Great Race. We'll be visiting Frostburg. The kickoff ceremony is about 4:45 in front of the Gunner. So hope to see everyone there. It should be very, very exciting and very neat. And I don't want to give it all away, but if you like cars, you may want to check it out. So that's the only special presentation I was going to throw out. Moving to Mayor and Commissioners reports and announcements. Anybody else have any announcements this evening?
I make a motion, we approve the monthly reports of the city departments.
Second.
Move a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And now off to Haydenland. Public hearings, combined sewer overflow.
All right, my name's Hayden Lindsay. I'm Director of Public Works and Engineering for Frostburg. Just a quick update on our combined sewer overflow projects. Phase 9C is done in the books. MDE has approved, stamped off on it. It's done. We did final inspection actually in the past couple weeks. 10A is moving along as well as it should. We actually just got our first pay application for it. 10B and 10C, we're finalizing designs now. That one's still on track as far as going out to MDE approval and then bid in the fall. So we're still on track with our schedules there and funding deadlines. And then the projects that we spoke about at PACE this past January, Phase 8C and 9D are pretty well 100% done design. We actually put through that final official application packet to CDBG. So like we talked about before, at PACE we were given sort of a verbal, yes, we would like to fund you, but you still have to submit the application. So that just went in about a week and a half ago, and we're hoping to hear back from CDBG in about a week. And then once we hear from them, we get approval from their engineers and move forward taking those out to bid for hopeful construction next summer. Same with 10B and 10C. If there are any questions, I would be happy to elaborate. If not,
Any questions?
thank you.
Thank you for all your attention to detail on all these projects. Old business, skip over that, so we'll go right to new business. Ryan?
So this evening I have for your consideration Resolution 2024-31, which would approve year-end budget amendments for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2024 budget. We discussed these at the work session last week. I do want to highlight some of the changes that have been made compared to the version we discussed last week. So we have reevaluated the completion date of the child care center, and in our original estimation that was to be completed by June 30, And since it will not be completed by June 30, we pulled back some of those numbers both on the project expense side and the reimbursement side in the corporate fund. We also have added some additional project expenses, particularly within the recreation fund, that they determined were able to be completed before the end of June. Some of those include the community center roof repair, which is going to be about $21,000. So that has been added as a budget adjustment. They're also going to do some renovations in the City Place kitchen, and that equipment was around $17,000. And at various city facilities, they are replacing the restroom partition, so that has been adjusted as well in the recreation park maintenance line item.
Do you know what's being done in the City Place kitchen?
Yes, they are replacing the refrigerator, they're adding a hot warming bin, new freezer, the countertop, basically all the equipment that's in there and adding,
Making it a kitchen.
So the recreation department staff will actually do all those installations.
They're good at that.
Yeah, and the equipment was ordered from Webstron. So that's part of that. There was also an adjustment done, an amendment proposed in the public safety budget to add $20,000 under law enforcement equipment to replenish the ammunition supply. So those were the most significant changes from the version we discussed last week at your work session. A few other line items were changed, but just in a minimal amount. So in summary, after these amendments are reflected, the corporate fund, water fund, and water surcharge funds all have revenues in excess of expenditures. And the sewer fund and the garbage fund are balanced with revenues equaling expenses. So if there are any questions, I'd be glad to address those, but I would first ask for a motion and a second on the resolution. Any comments from Mayor Council or the public?
Okay.
I move we approve Resolution 2024-31.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any public comment? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
I would just like to mention, Elaine, again, for you, for all the great work you've done for all these many years, and this is probably one of the best budgets I've ever seen. So, congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's certainly a team effort from all the respective departments.
Thank you. All right, now back to Hayden.
I've got three for you. We'll start with Resolution 2024-32, which would be the authorization to purchase of a new pump, which would be pump number 4 at Piney Pumping Station. Given the influx of newly treated water that we are sending to Coney and Midland, the pump station has been working at a near capacity, and we've been in talks about getting this pump for a long time. It's taken about a year between the actual engineering of finding a pump that will work with our existing system and then locating that pump that will work with our system. So if anyone has any questions, if anyone wants a more detailed explanation, I can go into kind of what the pump is, what it'll do. But if not, I would just ask for a motion in a second on Resolution 2024-32.
Basically, it pumps water.
Yep. Yep.
Over the mountain and through the woods.
Well, the big thing is that it takes the stress off of our existing system too, and gives us a hair of redundancy in the event that one of our existing pumps goes down.
And the existing pumps are up there in age.
Oh yeah. Some of them are older than me.
A lot of things go
That's
over
not
the
saying a
years.
lot.
Sorry, Hayden. That's a good thing. Good for you.
I move we approve Resolution 2024-32.
Second?
Move and second. Any public comment? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next one I have for you is in regards to the child care center. I have two change orders for you. One of them is actually a wash on money as far as the change order goes. It's a change order request from Daystar for a contract extension as far as time goes. Like Elaine mentioned earlier, we could not make our initial construction deadline, so they're asking for a added time of 57 days. The original contract was for 150 days. The original change order on that was an added time of 60 days, and then they are adding another one for 57 days, bringing the total to 267 days. That still puts us at our completion date before the daycare group needs to go in August 1st. We still get done right about the end, right at the beginning of August, so we're still going to make it. But that one there's no cost associated with that. So that is the first part of that change order. The second part of the change order is that we had to change one door within the building. The fire marshal came in and said that we had to do a fire-rated door for our mechanical room. That was a change on the initial plan. It would be an added cost of $2,214, but we are getting a credit from some other work that we pulled back beforehand. That credit was $784.93. So the total change order amount for this in dollar value is $1,429.67. That's with the credit, yeah. Yep. Yep. So we're saving a little money from some previous work, but then we have to change to upgrade to the fire safe door. If there are any questions about the contract extension or the actual nature of the financial change order, I'd be happy to dig into them. So, if not, I would ask for a motion in a second on 2024-33.
Make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-33.
Second?
Move to second. Any public comment?
We don't want to contravene the fire marshal.
No, we do not do that.
Thank you. And the last one.
We got to vote on it.
We're gonna vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Keep going.
Sorry.
Oh, you're okay. So the last one I have for you is Resolution 2024-34. As you recall, last week we met with Allegheny County Emergency Medical Services, and they proposed their hazard mitigation plan. There is no financial obligations to this plan. It's just an agreement that we will work with them in the event that their staff is mixing with our staff. Really not too much to go into on it, so I would just ask for a motion and a second for 2024-34.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-34.
Second?
Move to second. Any public comment? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, chief.
Crawl up here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Good evening. I have a brief report for you for the month of May 2024 for the police department. Oh, yeah, sorry. I think I jumped ahead. Okay, first I'll draw to your attention Resolution 2024-35, which is a request to repeal the open container law for the lemonade crawl. No concerns from the police department end. We would recommend your approval. It's a good community event. Certainly glad to answer any questions you have. Otherwise, I'd ask for a motion in a second to approve that resolution.
Make a motion, we approve resolution 2024-35.
Second.
Move to second. Any public comment about lemonade? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
And another matter of business, the results from the 2024 election as submitted by the City Administrator Elizabeth Stallman are also to be entered into the minutes of the June 2024 Mayor and Council meeting minutes per Charter Section 606. Let the records reflect that.
Okay, very good. All right, now.
Thank you all. For the police report for May 2024, we had 701 incidents. Similar to the year before in May, we had 734 incidents in 2023. As always, a variety of activities. I usually touch on that at each meeting. I'll focus a bit more this time on some of the community events. We had one traffic enforcement grant through the month of May, and more recently we had an impaired driving grant. So we we focus a lot on the community policing, the positive, the preventative, but enforcement is an important component, and the state will give us funding sometimes to do concentrated enforcement for cell phone violations, seatbelts, DUIs. So we did 2 of those grants from the state of Maryland recently. We're doing a prescription take-back grant. That's from the health department. We'll be doing home pickups on Thursday, June 20th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if anybody has any prescription medications, you'd like to get rid of in the city limits, just call the police station. We'll be glad to come pick them up, and help split our grant funding to good use and support that program, so it's kind of a win-win.
You always have that box too in the lobby.
Yes, there's always a box 24/7 in the lobby, so you can come in and drop unwanted medications off. People do that pretty frequently. We try to make it as accessible as possible. Sometimes we use grant funding to get set up at a pharmacy. Maybe folks are going to get new meds and they can drop off their old meds. We've been at Frostburg Heights Apartments, and we'll do home pickups periodically, so you can just call us during these hours and we'll come pick them right up at your house. Pirates Ahoy's coming up. We're getting ready for Lemonade with the Law again, so always a very positive event. And as we wrap up, just want to thank Mayor Flanagan for all of his unwavering support for the police department, many years of service. We thank you for your support of the employees and all of our efforts. And we thank Mayor-elect Lugston on his unwavering support as well of the police department. So we're looking forward to working with everyone. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commissioners.
Chief, it's been a pleasure working with you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Open public comment. Any citizens wishing to speak to Mayor and Council, please come to the podium, state your name and address.
I have a little something, a little token of our appreciation to Mayor Bob. And just to start it off with, Mayor Bob started his career with the city as a dispatcher in the police department. He then became a patrolman and was promoted to corporal. Bob worked with the police department for around 20 years and retired. He went into the rental housing business after that. Bob decided to get back into city government and ran for elected office of Public Safety Commissioner. After several years as Public Safety Commissioner, he was appointed mayor to finish out the term of Arthur Bond. Bob held that position until this year when he was defeated in the 2024 election. Over Bob's time as mayor, he created many relationships with many organizations. Included in those relationships with Frostburg State University, the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, several governors, and the local delegations. Bob will be missed by the city. We wish him success in any future endeavors.
Fun. Just like that.
Yep. Thank you for your time, your dedication to the city, all the hard work. You've been a great leader. You definitely set the standard, so thank you.
Thank you all.
Congratulations, Todd.
Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you for having, fostering a good working relationship.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, Todd Logston, 63 Victoria Lane. I'd just like to echo the words that everyone else has said. Thank you for your many years of service, not just as an elected official, but also as a police officer. I've known you my whole life, and Frostburg is definitely a better place because you were here for it, and I just want to thank you for that. I want to congratulate the city councilors that were reelected, and I'm looking forward to getting started and continuing the great work that we do here in town. So, thank you all.
Very good.
Thank you, Todd.
Anybody else have anything to go to order? If not, happy summer. Take care.